Interesting stories on the front pages. And we'll start with the Daily Graphic.
Yeah, and if maybe I should ask you, who do you think is most popular in Ghana today, at least for the past week?
Yeah, me.
And this week, you think you're the most popular?
Don't you think so?
No, you're not. You're not. Well,
ratings are down.
Three very famous names. And for me, Wayome will be first, followed by the Attorney General, and then Martin, the former Attorney General, Martin Amidu. They're making serious headlines. Once again, in the Daily Graphic newspaper, Amidu tackles Attorney General. An Anglo Gold Ashanti helicopter crashes. Also, take me to General Legal Counsel. Tony Luther is saying to persons who think he's done something wrong, and 4 arrested for dealing in heroin. They are featured on the front page of the paper. A NACOP official, we're told, trying to remove the heroin from the sealed compartments of the enamel bowls. So they sealed it. Wow, this is high tech. You can check out what a typical enamel bowl looks like and how these people concealed this heroin in this bowl. Very, very technical. AG on heels of Wayome to enforce Supreme Court order. I was sharing that with you a bit earlier. We're told that court bailiffs were yesterday unable to serve hearing notices on businessman Alfred Agbeshi Wayome for the enforcement of a Supreme Court judgment against him. However, they were able to serve Waterville Holdings, the company that was also ordered to pay back 25 million euros to the state. And then court sources told the Daily Graphic that although there were many vehicles parked in Wayome's compound, the security detail at the place informed court bailiffs and officials from the Attorney General's office that he was not at home. They will attempt to serve him again today, or in the event that they are not successful, the AG will have to go back to the Supreme Court to ask for an order for substituted service. We'll explain to you what that would mean. But back page of the Daily Graphic, satellites failed to reach final. But they still did really, really, really well. And I owe somebody...
They lost by 2-0.
I owe somebody... No, was it 2-0?
Yes.
Okay, whatever. Yeah,
I'm on Niger,
but they still qualify. I owe
2-0.
somebody in Nigeria a box of chocolate. Yesterday, I opened my big mouth and promised him that if you win, I will give you a whole box of chocolate.
So you owe the person
a box of chocolate.
The Nigerian friend.
No, but I told him Ghana chocolate, which I can easily give him. So please, let's get in touch. Baba promised someone that he will make the grandmother in the Western region cook for him for a whole month. Cook for him for a whole month. She's in a bigger trouble than I am.
Baba, don't worry. I'll put the budget through to you. So I will see how that goes. 1 month of feeding.
Yeah. We'll have a lot more sports news for you. Hats were in action and they also won their game. So we'll bring you highlights of that later on in sports.
Front page of the Daily Guide. Is it KKD? You said what? It's popular or? No, that's all.
I didn't mention KKD, but KKD was in court yesterday.
Oh, okay. I thought KKD, you know, it's popular. KKD faces jury trial. Amidu strike cites AG in William scandal, and we have man cuts off penis. Okay.
Man cuts off his own penis.
Yeah, I want to read that. I'm interested. A resident of Efiekuma, a Muslim-dominated community in the Sekani Takrady metropolis of the Western region, became astounded. I love this word, astounded, when news reached them that a 30-year-old popular mason in the area had cut off his own manhood. The bizarre incident reportedly took place last Wednesday after the mason had closed from a hard day's work and returned home. And the Daily Guide gathered that Kweku Abeku strangely cut off his manhood after allegedly inflicting knife wounds on some part of his body. I wish he's well. While some people allege that Abeku cut deep into his sex organ, leaving a tiny flesh supporting it from falling, or others also asserted that the missing completely chopped it off. Why would he do that? Is he in the right frame of mind is a question we have to ask. Amidu is still striking. Cite AG in William scandal. Amidu, a former Attorney General of Ghana. Those are the stories we have on the front page of the Daily Guide. We have no back page stories.
All right, I will do the Ghanaian Times now. Armed gang guns down policeman, very sad. Also, jury to try KKD for rape, and cause of robbers escape from Denu police cell. 2 cops on duty drank. Yesterday I had another version of it, which said that, I mean, the story was that a girlfriend of an inmate cooked for a policeman and put something in there to make him sleep or something of the sort. So, you know, after
that's the other
the officers,
version of
that's the other version. This one says that the cops were apparently drunk.
They were that drunk, will go into stupor and not be in a position to...
Okay. So, okay, a bit of it for you.
I'm sure that's a very good that's a very good reason.
This is in-depth investigations by the Ghanaian Times indicate that the 2 policemen on duty at the Denu police station last Friday, when 7 notorious armed robbers escaped from custody, allegedly drank and therefore fell asleep. They were sleeping under a mosquito net, hanged at a distance near the police station, and the suspects escaped. I'm sure, but their blind
I'm sure after that they may have chopped some club, you know, some club and Fetridechi or some club.
It says that a source close to the Denu police told the Ghanaian Times that the incident took place about 1 a.m. So a group suspected to be friends of the escapees entered the police station, broke the padlock to the cell, and set the suspects free. The version that I heard yesterday said the padlock was not broken, but it was actually opened.
I think I will go with your version, where perhaps they may have eaten some food and gotten, because even if you're in stupor, there's no way somebody is coming to open you wouldn't know or you wouldn't realize, and that unless you are chained, because if you try to you would have tried to confront them, and either you would have been slapped away or something of the sort. It will make no sense to say they were drunk to the point where they couldn't, and you would have been asleep in such a way that your cell, and you know the police stations are not, I know the new police station, it's not a big place.
But if they said they were sleeping, you know, it was quite a distance from the cell itself, you know.
And how did they get to open the place?
They said they broke the padlock per this story.
Well, if they broke the padlock, they may have made some noise, and you can't say the policeman who knows that he's on duty would have drunk into a state where he wouldn't have been very conscious of himself if a padlock was being broken from the door of a cell.
We'll see, but I'm getting the sense that this was a well-planned,
and executed thing.
And a lot of people were involved. Maybe instead of just looking for the 7 people who broke cell, we should be looking for accomplices who I believe may be living in the community. But also Abuga Pele implicated in $2 million payment to Asibet. This issue won't go away. Back page of the Times. This one's $2 million. Hats through to next stage as Kotoko Crocodiles game postponed. Duncan signs 2-year Asante Kotoko contracts. And wasteful satellites fail to Nigeria. I disagree with this headline. What do you mean by wasteful?
Yeah, they were wasteful. They had a lot of chances.
Oh, these people got to the semi-finals. What stage did we get to in the Africa Cup?
You mean which Africa Cup?
Equatorial Guinea.
We went to the final.
The last one. Did we go to the final?
Yeah, we went to the final. Okay. You mean the Black Stars?
The Black Stars.
Sure, we went to the final.
Okay, but this is, I disagree that you described them as wasteful.
Yesterday they were wasteful. I watched the game and they were wasteful. They had a lot of chances to outscore Nigeria.
Have there been any, you know, more wasteful than the Black Stars?
I think yesterday
Listen, I tell you what, you don't put in the same effort that you put in when it has to do with the Black Stars. So go easy on them, that's all I'm saying.
Yesterday the Black Satellites were wasteful. They were wasteful. Anyway, front page of the Chronicle, NDC chase Kofi Boachi Alhaji Tapsoba to his rescue. Good morning to you, Alhaji Tapsoba. It's been a while. And Mahama NDC stand accused in Woyoma scam. According to Amidu, an MTN pays 600 and blah, blah, blah. Nigeria diary here. National security to cough up some money. We're told back page. Pele to watch Liverpool, Manchester United at Anfield. Oh, when are they playing that one? I think this weekend. I would watch that one and see. And if I don't watch, I'll be on Twitter. Webb to select, Howard Webb to select referees for EPL matches. And Howard Webb, we know, is a retired referee. Used to be very difficult as a referee, especially in matches involving Chelsea and Manchester United and the other teams. Howard Webb. I didn't really like him at all as a Chelsea fan. was giving us some dubious troubles, some dubious penalties he always awards to our opponents.
Well, whatever.
I'm looking forward.
Are you done?
I'm looking forward to a revamped Chronicle with Duncan coming in.
Don't raise your hopes too high. I don't want you to be too disappointed. But let me do the Today newspaper. Front page of the Today newspaper. Martin Amidu blasts Mahama over Woyome cash. That's the headline. Also on the botched assembly elections, we must demand accountability from EC, and Mepe boils as residents fight. Is this SHEP contractors? But that story is on page 3. Just want to understand SHEP, and that's the self-help electrification projects. It says that there was free-for-all fight between angry residents of Mepe in the North Tong district of the Volta region and workers of Beachmark Engineering Services Limited, a construction company which is undertaking the self-help electrification project in the town on Sunday. A lot of details coming out of that. You can check it out in the Today newspaper. Read the details for yourself, and that will be it for the paper.
Front page of the Business Finder. Huge drop in banks' profits. Power outages also affecting these banks actually. And I thought that the power outage wouldn't be affecting the services sector. But we've had telecom companies complaining because they have to buy a lot more fuel for their gensets, for their monitoring outlets. And
the masts that they have in the various communities. I'm told by one of the big telcos that they have 3 sources of power.
Sure.
So there's electricity, they would have batteries there, and then they will have generators. Because then they would rely on the electricity to power the batteries, or they will rely on the generators to power the batteries. So it's costing them a whole lot, and they think that we're not talking about it. You know, and my point was because we don't understand what you're going through. See?
Gee. And you know, before the power crisis, we had shortages in water supply. Now it's become more excessive in some areas because if you talk to the water company representatives or the offices around those areas, they keep telling you we don't have consistent supply to pump enough water into communities.
See?
I think that's... is that an excuse?
No, but I think that power is crucial because
to everything.
Even, you know, the water company would tell you that we still need power, you know, to power our machines, to, you know, do the processing. Everything is around power. It's an essential commodity.
It's around power.
It's a basic commodity. It's something that we cannot do without, and that's why we're in crisis. You know what, just twist it. If we say power corrupts and absolute power corrupts, absolutely. You can imagine if you don't have it at all, the reverse form of it.
Yes, power. You're talking about that part. All right. Business Finder still has a story. Fiscal stability under threat. And already debt to GDP ratio stands at 36.1 billion. This year we'll be going for Eurobond. That will add to 86 billion. If we go for the Eurobond, 86 billion. Sha. Nigerians will say sha. Now waiting this now. Sha. Well, a very good morning to you, Thaddeus Babaoye. You work with Schlumberger here in Ghana, as well as Kofi Akoto of Akoto Risk Insurance. And I say have a very good morning. Enjoy your time.
Roland, we have to say good morning to the Director of Education in the Kete district. I hope that I got it right, Mr. Michael Bologa.
Mr. Bologa, please supervise the teachers who keep parading the young girls and boys in those schools as a result of punishment in the schools around your community.
Well, you've heard something in that district.
Oh no, I'm just word of caution.
So I've got a message from him to you. He says go easy.
I should go easy.
Yeah, in fact he wants all of us to go easy.
You're talking to him now?
But I say, you know, we're not hard, are we?
Well, so that'll be it for the stories we have on the front and back pages of the newspapers. This is what you need to do right now. Social media is buzzing. That is our social media pages. And we have on Facebook, Join Us on TV, and also a Twitter handle at Join Us on TV. Walker Ghana is my handle on Twitter. And also, Mama Via Boaje is her handle on Twitter as well. So please get interactive.
Yeah. You might want to check out some pictures of us. You can go to my Instagram page.
Wow.
MMV.
This is beautiful.
.gh is mmv.gh.
mmv.gh.
You know, that's my yo-yo side.
mmv.gh.
Yeah.
Sounds like a designer's name. You should try entering into the fashion.
So I'm wearing MMV.
MMV. Yo. Well, this is what we have next. We have Sportsness, and Baba Tano will be telling us how come the black satellites lost to our neighbors, Nigeria. We're good friends.
But we should also say that, you know, irrespective of that loss, we've qualified to the World Championship. So who knows? Well,
at quarterfinals and just exiting at semifinals, we know we won't do well at the World.
Oh, please. Give us a break.
Okay.
You're wrong.
We're taking a break. We'll be right back.